All right. So for this example, what we're going to work on is using what we know about percents and ratios in a real world application. So we have a community art center. They offer an art class and a music class, and they have 300 members. All of the members are registered for at least one class this winter. If 45% of the members are registered for an art class and 60% of them are registered for a music class, how many members are registered for both art and music? So, first, let's look and see what all the pieces are that we're talking about. We're talking about an arts class, we have a music class, we have some that are signed up for both classes, and then we have our total. Okay. And so, what this means is we're going to have some people that are signed up for an art, some are signed up for music, some are signed up for both of those classes, and then we should have our total. Okay. Yeah. In regards to the percentages, because they give us percents, we know that the total is going to be 100%, right? And they tell us that 45% are registered for an arts class. So we're going to put 45% here. And then we have 60% that are registered for a music class. We don't know how many of them are signed up for both classes, which is why the problem exists. So we're going to put an X there to let us know that's what we need to solve for. So let's look at this. Our total, our total should be 100%, right? So think about like your battery or cell phone charging. It gets to 100%, and that means it's done, right? And so here we're saying that our total is 100%. And what we're going to do is take out what we already know about the arts and the music so that we can find out how many of them are signed up for both classes. So we have our arts class plus the people that are signed up for the music class. Okay. And then that is going to give us the amount of students that are signed up for both. Okay. So now I'm just going to take this information from the story and substitute it in down here. So the total is going to be 100. And I dropped the percents because remember, we're talking about a group of 100. When we talk about percent, we're talking about for every 100. So we're saying for every 100 people that are signed up, we're going to take out those that are signed up for arts and music to figure out what the difference is for those that are signed up for both. So the arts is 45 plus the music, which is 60. Excuse my phone. And then that will give us the value for both of them, which is listed as X. Okay. And when we go and do our math, we remember PEMDAS. So we start off with the parentheses. 45 plus 60 gives me 105. And then we're taking it away from 100, which will give us X. Now, something's not right, right? So remember, the total is 100. But we notice that we actually are taking away more than 100. So what that means is there's a difference. And whatever that difference is going to tell us some of them, the reason that it looks like we have actually more than 100% is because some of them are actually signed up for both of those classes. Okay. So let's turn this around. If we think about this, we're going to use our larger number first, which will be 105. We're going to take away the smaller number, and we have a total of 5 remaining, right? But when we looked at this, we see that we're going in two different directions. This is going in the positive direction. This is going in the negative direction. So we just use subtraction, okay? And so what that means is 100 minus 105 is going to give us 5. And the value that had the larger number, that's what we're going to assign our sign to, right? So we had a negative 105, in other words. We have a positive 100 and a negative 105. So that would be negative 5, okay? What this means is that we have 5%, 5% of our, 5 more. than 100. Okay. And so what this means is that 5% are taking both classes. All right. So here we have 5% taking both classes, and so 5% are taking both classes. So I'll put that 5 up there. But we're not finished because they want to know not the percentage, they want to know how many members are registered for both art and music. So what we need to do is set up our proportional relationship. Okay. And we're talking about the part to the whole. Remember, I said I was going to start using the P and the W. P stands for part, W stands for the whole. And on the left hand side, this is going to be our numbers. And then on the right hand side, we're going to talk about percentage. So, what do we know? In regards to our numbers, we know that there are 300 members, right? And that's the whole. So we're going to say 300. And then in regards to our percentage, we found out that 5%, 5% are signed up for both of those classes. And that is out of 100% for the whole. So what we're trying to find out is the value of X. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and ignore the percent sign. We just want the number, right? I'm going to go from 300 to 100. I know that I am getting smaller, which means that I'm using division. And I know that 300 divided by 3 will give me 100. Now, remember what I do to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top if I am going in the same direction. To determine which direction I need to go, I need to look and see what information do I already know and then work myself towards what I don't know. So I'm going from the 5 to the X. I am not going in the same direction as I was in the denominator. So I need to change my sign. So instead of dividing, I'm going to now multiply by 3. Okay. And so what that is 5 times 3 gives me 15. So what that means is X is equal to 15. So we have 15 members signed up for both classes. And you are all set.